Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at Transformers Generations Thrilling 30 Deluxe Class Scoop and his two Target Masters, Hole Punch and Tracer. So, we'll first take a look at the two Target Masters. We'll go into Scoop's vehicle mode, transform him, and then we'll transform these guys, talk about their gun modes, and talk about his robot mode. So, just gonna scoot him back so we can look at both of them. So Tracer, now I do not know for both these guys. I do not know if they got renamed during renamed anything different during Thrilling 30. So at least that's what their G1 names were. So yeah. So here is Tracer, the yellow one, and yeah, he's just a guy. You know, he has arms, ball jointed arms, nothing in the head, nothing in the legs. So slightly better than the original toys. The original toy. And then we have Hole Punch here, which has a little bit more detail. He has like goggles, sort of like scatter shot, I guess you could say, and got these tubes. He kind of looks like a pretender shell. So yeah, you can tell they both look like, just like armored up, like guys in like futuristic armor. So, and obviously he has ball jointed arms. So yeah, and they're pretty simplistic. They're cool. They're fun. I just recently found him. I have lost Hole Punch for a long time. So yeah, just found him. So got the two Target Master together. So we'll just put them back here. I'll bring Scoop forward. So here he is. He is obviously a front end loader for not really construction, but more mining operations. For the bucket itself, can hinge at the base hinge, and obviously this hinge is more for transformation, but you can use it. And then there's a hinge right here. Not too much paint on this guy, just a couple spots in gray. So I guess you could say that some of the detail gets lost in him. You can see his head poking through the transparent window. His eyes. So yeah, that's funny. So you can see the ladders on this side for the person to get up. You can tell that he's more of a bigger front end loader because there's a ladder for someone to get up into him. So we'll just put the Target Masters off to the side, Hole Punch and Tracer. And now, really, his vehicle mode is fairly basic, and the way he transforms leaves this big gap. So yeah, and his front wheels are pinned, but the back wheels are not. So, I don't know, just want to point that out. So, let's just go ahead and get into the vehicle mode. So, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this back piece. It's going to fold down all the way down. So there's a hinge right here, which is for transformation, and then there's the knees, obviously, where those yellow pieces are for the hinge. So now we're going to come to these pieces, and we're just going to flip them out, and these will become the feet. And I really like the blue on this guy, on the chest and on the toes. So now we are going to disconnect the forearms from, there's a slot right there and a little tab, so those get disconnect, and then there's another slot right there, or a half slot that goes into that tab or over that tab. Same thing, just undo that. Gotta flip out the hands, just flip out the hands like so, flip out the hands like that, and now this is on a hinge and the ball joint, so it'll shift down, and you'll just unshift it and swivel all that up. And now you'll close up this chest plate, and now you'll undo the back piece, and obviously you want to shift that down. I'm gonna raise the camera up just a teeny tiny bit, and now this will probably already come undone, and then it's on a double hinge, so it'll double hinge back and down, and then you'll just want to orient this however you want to. If you want it like that, or like that, like that. I just have always done it like that. Creates the more protruding backpack, but I don't know. I've just always found it a little bit more natural, and then obviously disconnect the legs. So just straighten out his arms, straighten out his back, straighten out his head, and all that. So get his shoulders adjusted. And sometimes the back, it doesn't tab in, so it just flops down. So I'm going to move him back. Now we're going to deal with hole punch and tracer. So these guys are called double target masters. That's why they're basically the exact same mold. The single target masters were more complex, you could say. But so transform them in their just singular target master mode or just their single gun mode. You just flip down the handle from the back, flip up the barrel, and then bring the arms together. And there's a tab and there's a peg. I'm not going to push them all the way together because at least on tracer, they're stiff. Just going to stand them up right there. Hole punch, do the exact same thing. Flip all that around. Close that together. So yeah, like that. And now he has 2 guns that he can hold. But if you want to, you can. I'm gonna try to remember this. It's been ages since I've done it. So you want to disconnect hole punch, I think. Bring his arms apart and take. I can't remember. You have to do something to. Oh yes, you can do it with both of them. I know that the original toy or the original double target masters, I don't think you could, but these guys are completely like dual compatible with each other to put together. So tracer can go on top and hole punch can go on the bottom, or you can split tracer's arms, bring hole punch's arms back together, and now you can do the same thing with the 2. Well, yeah, there, like so. And you can do it however you want, obviously, if you want to display them like this, with hole punch on top or hole punch on the bottom, and tracer on top or tracer on the bottom, or if you want them separate. I'm just going to do separate for right. I'm just going to have them separate. Or you can have them in robot mode. That's particularly how I like to display them, but just for the review, I'm going to put them in his hands. So, yeah. You get that more customization, I guess you could say, with being able to put the 2 in whichever configuration you want. So, yeah. Pretty standard, simple guy. Really just a standard, simple toy. Like Big Bad Toy Store. He's still, he's still listed. I think he's out of stock, but I think he's still listed. I don't know. I don't know. Just, yeah, he's pretty baseline. I like him. I just like, I remember playing with him, a Quick Mix, and Cybertron Mudflap as like a little construction group. But yeah, that's really all he is just, another guy, another construction vehicle, another construction character to add to the Autobot ranks that isn't like the landfill team, and all that. So yeah, he's pretty standard, not really bad, not very good, not really good, just baseline. So he's sort of not a guy that I can recommend if you like the original toy or if you just like the idea of him. I personally like him because, just affinity with the toy, and his colors and all that. Just, I like him. And I got the G1 scoop just to put next to him. And I wanted to talk really quick that I watched my collection video of me going around my collection, and I called these guys landfill instead of scoop. I just want to say I'm not an idiot. I know that these guys' name is Scoop, and I know that the dump truck, the other dump truck target, the dump truck double target master is landfill. This guy is not landfill. His name is Scoop. And obviously, the red and white cement truck, which I don't have, is Quick Mix. Just saying. I noticed that when I watched the video. So, just saying. I do know what I'm talking about. But, either way, he's a good toy. And for being, not hard to find and probably not too much money, why not? I'd get him again. But he's definitely not something that I would seek out to buy because he's, just pretty box standard. Not super good like Kingdom Cyclonus and not super bad like Kingdom Trax. So, I like him, but that's really all I got to say about him because that's all he can do. He's not too impressive, but you're getting something good because he is just himself. So, till next time, see ya.